everybody. My name is Marian, and today I'm going to first ask you a question. So $21.7 billion. That's a huge number. $21.7 billion. You think that's what Mrs. Carbonara made last year? You think what I'll make in 2050? Maybe. Do you wish you make that amount of money? What would you spend it on? If you had that amount of money, Cody, what would you make?
I would buy an island.
Yeah, that's even cheaper than that.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I will pay my private tuition.
Well, we can think about a lot of things to do, but let me tell you what Americans choose to spend $21.7 billion on in 2012. According to National Geographic, they spent $21.7 billion on bottled water only in the United States. That's not the way where I think about how I can use that amount of money. But so it represents for every single American 222 bottles a year. So that's approximately 4 bottles for every person for a week. So that's a really big number, and that I was wondering, we need to know if Americans really spend this money on something that is valuable. They have it for free at their fingertips, but still they spend it on bottled water. So we need to understand if that's something that benefits them or does not. So in the first time, we're going to see the problems associated with the use of bottled water. We're going to see if there's any solution that exists or not. And I'm telling you there is. And the benefits of those solutions. So let's start with the problem. First of all, bottled water are harming the environment. So according to the Huffington Post, we use 1,500 bottles every second. So that's 3,000, that's 6,000. So imagine how fast it goes. That's harming the environment. And out of all those bottles that we use, only 13% are getting recycled. So if I told you that you had 13% in that class, you won't be happy. If I told you that you were 13% through your marathon training, I mean, that's the start, but you're not there yet. So we really need to think about this bottle not getting recycled and what we can improve. And there's a lot of space for improvement. Now we're going to see that in order to produce this bottle, because you know that plastic is made out of oil, we need 17 million oil barrels just in order to produce the bottle. That doesn't include shipping or extracting or the bottle that goes, the water that goes inside the bottle. It's just to produce the material. So what do you think we could do with 17 million oil barrels? We could fill 1 million cars for a year. So don't you think that this scarce resource is not put at good use? Don't you think that when we think 1 million cars a year, that rings a bell? Pollution. So now we can say that bottled water really pollutes the environment. And it ends up in landfills, and those landfills are big piles of bottle, and then it rains on the bottle, and they take all the chemicals, go inside the ground, and what is inside the ground? The water that we drink. So that's really ironical. We're harming the water that we drink by drinking water. So then it goes a health problem. According to Chicago Tribune, tap water is more regulated than bottled water. And Melissa told me that too. Because the EPA regulates tap water, and they ask for it to be checked several times a day, while the FDA regulates bottled water, and they only ask companies to check it once a month. So then it's only normal that chemicals are found inside it. And Fox News said that 24,000 chemicals were found in one single bottle. So those really damage our body and our shape, and it can affect our testosterone level, which is masculine and feminine attributes, so this is really a big problem. And then it harms our wallets. Did you know that bottled water is the most expensive liquid that is? It's 2 times more the price of a gallon of water, and it's 2,000 times the price of what you have at your house. So I'm asking you the question, do you really think that we need bottled water? Well, I don't think so. So in order for us to prevent this, we need to know what is available to us so that we can stop using those bottled water. And we wonder, is that difficult? So what are the solutions that we have? we actually have several solutions. So let me go through the first solution. It's reusable bottled water. So this is a famous bottle in the United States. So that's what I think. This one, we have the back here. So this bottle is good, first of all, because it contains all that you need to drink for a day. So that you don't need about refilling it first, and you know that once you're done with your bottle, you have all the water you needed. It is PBA free, so it doesn't contain what is harming you in the plastic disposable bottled water. And it's convenient, and it looks nice. Then you have the stainless steel water that Bertie has. It's really good because it doesn't really have any impact on the water you put inside. And you also have, for the people really scared about drinking water, some which got filters inside it, so that once you put your water in it, you know it's safer than bottled water, even if it was before. You also can buy a filter for your house, so that you won't have to carry the gallon from the store to get them up your staircase, store them somewhere, and then pour from this big gallon box. You could also use what is available to you. So I had an interview with Melissa, and she told me that on campus, 38 of those water filling stations were installed. So they helped save over 1 million bottled water over the time they were installed, which was 3 years ago. And they are connected to municipal water. So when you don't want to drink the tap water at your house, think about that. This is tap water. Yes, it has a filter, but with the Brita, it's the same thing. And they cost $1,000 a piece. So it's a bit expensive, but that's an investment that is easily overcome when you know that 21.7 billion were spent on bottled water. Also, there is a school in Chicago, Loyola University, that completely banned the sale of bottled water on their campus. So they gave out to freshmen those type of bottle reusable that they could use, and they put filling station everywhere on the campus, and they banned it. So now it's not accessible anymore. And you think people don't drink because they don't have bottled water? No, they just use an alternative, a solution to that problem. So what benefit do I see from that solution? It helps us save money. $21.7 billion could be spent on something else and could be regenerate growth to the industry, to the country. It helps our planet be safer because we're not polluting by making the bottles. It could help the environment because landfill would be, well, they will have so much less inside than plastic, which is the worst in the landfill. You could generate a message to educate other people. So you're educating people to go to the gym and to care about their health. But you could also tell them, what benefit do you see to those bottles? Look at mine, it's so cheap, and now I'm refilling it and using it. And you could spend it on something else. So I want to tell you that bottled water is not the solution. You need to go for an alternative, whether it is all the alternatives, but they don't interact with each other, or whether it is only one. So what I want you to do when you leave this class, if you don't already have it, is to buy a bottled water and be proud of it. When you exercise, you feel good about yourself. But when you drink a bottle of water, you can feel good about yourself because you know that you're doing something great for the environment. And it's cheap. I don't know how you see it, but look at this one. It's only $5, and then you can use it for several years. There's also the steamless one here, which is only $2.15. And so we saw that this is really better for you, for the environment, for everybody. I don't know how to make that disappear.
Up top, yep.
Okay. So it's better for everyone. And also you can be proud of your school by buying the school one. And you can allow yourself to spend money on something that really matters to you, or on a fancy dinner, or something that is a little bit fancier than bottled water. Because when you say that you spend money on bottled water, I mean, that's not what I want to spend my money on. So thank you for listening, and I hope you are all using your reusable bottled water.